You and your market, the definition of terrorism is the use of violence to coerce a political function, right? Or individuals of a civilians and non-combatants to induce fear upon a population. And there's this idea that's floated about that Iran supports is the largest supporter of state-sponsored terrorism, but the United States is in fact the largest exporter of weapons in the world. And the United States is the functional largest state sponsor of terrorism. Because what do those weapons do but threaten people to keep them in order? They threaten them with violence. They say, if you don't do what we say, we're going to drop a nuclear bomb on you, right? The United States has actually done it, and no other countries have. So understand that when you go to the market and you pay your taxes, that you are supporting state-sponsored terrorism. Yeah, because your government that collects those taxes uses that to sell weapons. 43% of the weapons sold in this world are come through the United States. So how do we approach that? Well, you understand your power as a citizen and non-combatant, and that is your power is in the market and in your taxes. So what I've done is I've just stepped back from as much as I possibly can, and I only go to the market for what I absolutely need. And like we're talking food, and that's it at this point. Because the United States, if you really look around, you got plenty. So every time you go out and drive your car, terrorism, because you're filling up with energy. Every time you take a plane flight to someplace far to get your little vacation on because you're special, terrorism. It's real. It's real, and that's what we're participating in. So understand your role in this world, and that our personal greed of where we belong and who is important is a function of terrorism. When you go to another country and say, you're not worth as much, so we're going to pay you less, and then you'll make all our stuff for us. Well, it's terrorism. And now it's come back to haunt us because now China makes all of our products and owns, like, Smithfield and some of our largest functions here and through the stock market. And we're basically owned by China, and we don't produce anything here, and all they have to do is cut off the goods, and we are just screwed, right? Yeah. So if you want to stop playing games, you'll listen to God, go back to Genesis 1, do what you're told, and stop playing little market puppets, right? Thinking that this is all important and it all belongs to you. It doesn't. It's Satan manifest in this world as terrorism, right? And now we're all terrorized by our own market. We're being held under the gun by leaders that think they know something, and then they get to use all these weapons to actually kill people. And then they say they're Christians, and what they do is biblical. And as far as I'm concerned, God said, "Thou shalt not kill," and there were no exceptions to that rule. So, if you go by that, everybody here is a terrorist, and they're functioning in the market for their own self-interest. Find God. They're back in Genesis 1 at the beginning of the book, before the fall. Yeah, it's you eat the herbal seed and the fruit seed, and it reprograms your brain to be like normal. Yeah, God bless.